Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Huddle is Real, episode 4. We are back and still don't have my desk. Womp womp. Which that brings me to a point. Tricky Dick had a suggestion, and I have a soundboard. I had a soundboard on my old podcast, so I got one. The main problem there would be the fact that I have to try to do all this on my own, and seems legit, So try to hit everything at the right. Do I even have a want want? I don't even know. I got this. Wow. Total frickin' mood killer. That was not a want. Wow. As you can see, I'll try to incorporate, the noises when I see fit. I don't know how perfect I can get it with the fact that I'm doing this by myself. I don't know how long today will go due to the fact that I am suffering from the dreaded man cold / man flu, whatever you want to call it. So, the struggle is real, much like the huddle is real. So I will, give it my all. Good Lord, stay upright, you little son of a gun. Yeah, the hair's a mess. As you can tell, the sickness is infecting me. There you go, chap. So let's get into this. I got a couple donations from Big E for the Huddle Studio. If you want to donate Browns memorabilia or anything, I wasn't expecting this, but Big E's always looking out for me. We've got the old Browns clock now, which when I get some stuff, I can hang it up on the wall. So, wow, the glare. I'll have to hang it in a spot where there's no glare. So you can always tell what time it is. It's always huddle time, right? And I got a rug which is over there because I don't have my desk yet, which will be here. So I will have a complete legit setup once said desk comes and I put it together. So Huddle Studio is slowly, but surely coming together, and great, beautiful, wonderful things. So I have some things I need to hang up. I probably should buy more Browns memorabilia. Hang up my old Josh Cribbs jersey on the wall, which he signed with the Browns. He's actually, the Browns added him as a special teams intern, so I'm excited about that. I was always a big Jay Cribbs fan. Fan of him whenever he was at Kent State as a quarterback, and then as a Cleveland Brown as a special teams ace. Always loved me some Josh Cribbs. So it's great to have him back in some capacity and roll with the Cleveland Browns organization. So super stoked about that. So there's a couple things. Good Lord, see, this is going to be a struggle there. It just closes itself out.
These nuts.
The soundboard does not respect me. It says these nuts. So let's jump into the Huddle Mailbag. That one was okay. Yeah. I think we might be able to get this. I just have to organize it in a way that is a little bit more accessible to me. So maybe, I don't know. I'll figure something out, right, guys? I'm Kyle frickin' Dunlap. I'll figure it out. First question. How many wins does Hugh Jackson need to have to be safe into keeping his job? And that's from Steve. Old worm, snake, whatever you want to call him. Wormy. Little Wormy. I don't even know. I think he's Worm. He's got a lot of nicknames at work. Old Stevie Worm. Wormy Steve. So, how many wins does Hugh have to be safe? I can't remember what Steve said at work. He told me like 6 to 7 or 7 to 8, something like that. I don't know if that's feasible. I think we have one of the toughest schedules. I would love to see it. I feel like they would probably let Hugh get away with 5 to 6. If they attack free agency in the draft right, it could be anywhere from 6 to 7. And I said this last year too because I was a dumb moron. So maybe you guys shouldn't listen to me at all. I was just one of those optimist Browns fans that it quickly went out the window. Especially when I realized Kaiser was starting. Good Lord. I just had so many hopes and dreams shattered. So, I don't know, Steve. I'm going to go with... I don't think they can actually expect Hugh Jackson to go out there and make this a 500 or playoff team, considering what he's done the past 2 seasons. So I think if he can land anywhere from 5 to 6, I dropped my pen. Fuck me, right? Oh, sorry, cursing. Got yelled at by my mom for the cursing. Do you guys care about that? Yes, no, maybe so. So we'll go with that. I could be wrong. They might just be holding on as a placeholder. I don't know. Maybe they really want Todd Haley to be the head coach, so they want Hugh to fail so Todd can take over. Is it the whispers talking? From Brian, we have how many day one splash picks, free agents, can you expect? Realistically, I say 2. And you guys like, oh, we got all that money to spend. 2 splash picks, but you can't just expect them to go out and go splash, splash, splash and get like 9 or 10 or 5 guys. I think day one wise, I think 2, maybe 3. That might be a stretch. And then the rest are guys that can come in and add quality depth and veteran leadership to the team as needed. But your definition of splash pick could be completely different, but I'm talking high impact. That's going to garner a lot of money, like a shit ton. Even though we're going to probably have to pay the lower tier guys money as well, because Cleveland has so much to offer. And a standpoint, the weather's delightful. Hey! Funny fucking guy right here. Sorry, Mom. Another one. God, I am failing miserably at this. I say 2 to 3. The rest would be, later on, day 2, day 3, day 4, all that jazz. And then lower tier guys. Because we're going to add, I assume, a lot of quality depth to this team. And just because it's not day one, legit, star-studded, huge contract dude, we need a little bit of everything because this team is just riddled with inconsistencies and stupid penalties that really just shot us in the ass. And when you're a young team that can't consistently play, you can't give up free yardage or careless turnovers. You're already at a disadvantage to begin with. So whenever you do that, odds are you're going to go 0-16 and have a fantastic parade, which I did not go to. I wasn't for or against the parade, so let's not get into that topic. I could care less about the parade. If they wanted to have the parade, that's cool with them. You guys should have won a game. But I'm not going to chastise the people that held the parade either. Whatever, right? So there's that. So that was fun. We had 2 questions there. I can't remember. I thought I had one on Twitter too, but I can't find it. So that might have been last week actually that I covered that. So if you guys want to be in the Huddle Mailbag, you know the ways. See me in person, ask said question. If you know me, which I'm very mysterious. I hide in the shadows like Bat Dad. So if you follow me on YouTube, you can actually see the Bat Dad video that I just recently posted. Yes, I am. I'm not the legit Bat Dad, but I do Bat Dad videos, which I didn't know of the guy before I started doing them. So if you want to watch those too, that's cool. They're on YouTube and my own personal Facebook. Some people are huge fans of that, so I'm trying to juggle aspects of the Huddle and making Bat Dad videos. So life is a struggle right now. So you can check that out, which is fun. So you can hit me up on if you are a part of the Huddle on Facebook. Send me a message there, send me a post. If you have my personal Facebook, that's great. I'm Kyle Dunlap. You can add me as a friend, and then hit up the Huddle from there. You can send me a message there asking me a question. I have a Gmail account, thehuddleisreal@gmail.com. You can email me the question. Or if you're just watching on YouTube and you want to leave a comment on there asking a question, that's cool too. I can take care of it that way. So hopefully we can keep seeing the show climb to the top. I don't think I have a sound for that, which I would have played. That's it. I don't think Angry Hitler is quite the sound I was going for. That was a it's fat finger disease. Fat finger disease. I'm sorry. You guys don't even care. You're excited anyway. I'm having fun with this. That's nice. I guess. I wish it would have went a little bit farther. But I have the... I should have used that for whenever I said fuck. Oh. I don't think it was loud enough. I think I caught it anyway. Sorry, Mommy! Oh, Jesus. I am struggling here. At the Huddle is real. We're going to take a quick break. Followed... this break will actually have a commercial. Yeah, I made one. Hopefully it turns out as special as I think it might. And if there isn't a legit commercial there, then it didn't turn out as special as I wanted it to, and I failed miserably. So you guys can, I don't know, chastise me. I don't think I have anything there. Let's push. What the hell is this? That is not on my thing. No, get off my screen! Oh, I'm going to take a break before I fail anymore. I'll be right back, guys. Enjoy the commercial. Maybe. Has your team won one game in 2 seasons? Have you watched 27 starting quarterbacks fail? Is draft day your Super Bowl? Do you drink and swear excessively on Sundays? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you may suffer from the affliction of being a Cleveland Browns fan. Cleveland fans are fierce, loyal, and strong, but sometimes even the strongest fans need talked off the ledge. Let our trained staff at The Huddle is Real help you. Maybe you need someone to listen while you complain, or maybe you have a more severe case and literally need talked off the ledge. Heck, maybe you just need cradled and cuddled to sleep. We don't judge at The Huddle is Real. Contact us today and let us help you. Welcome back to The Huddle is Real. Hopefully you enjoyed that little ditty of a commercial / public service announcement. It's very real. It's very powerful stuff. But we're here for you. Why not, right? Someone's got to be there for you. So it might as well be me. And my trained staff, which is me. Maybe you want Serviceable Rob to give you a call up and straighten you out. I don't know. I can get a hold of him, tell him to call you. Maybe you want him to cuddle you to sleep. Maybe you're that severe case. I don't know. Let's jump into the free agency bonanza! Ba, 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 ba. What are we going to add in free agency? Wow, I don't know where to start. We'll go with the offense, probably take a quick break, and then do defense, and then wrap it up. So I don't know how long this will be. Hopefully not a super long episode, because I feel like dog crap. So, I see us adding a quarterback. Of course. Wow. Thanks for your input, Kyle. We didn't know that was going to happen. Possibly a running back. I don't know how legit of an option that is. I can see the draft being morning. I know. Saquon Barkley. Please, Kyle. Get on the Saquon Barkley wagon. I'm not off the wagon. I just want a quarterback first because we haven't had one in so freaking long, and it's the most important position. I'm in control of the button, so I can think whatever I want now, huh? You guys are booing me, I know. I'm sorry. So possibly a running back and free agency and draft. I don't know how legit we're going to go. We got Duke. Great running back. Catch. He can run. He can receive. We got Matt Days still floating around. Some other dudes. So I don't know if we'll go free agency. I could see a lower tier one. Maybe add like a Rex Burkhead type. But we'll see what happens with that. So I probably won't delve into the running backs all that much. And I'm not going to dive into like every person that's a free agent. I'm just the ones that I think are feasible options. And then I will pick which one that I think I would add the most. Wide receivers, I could see 1 to 2. Probably 2 free agents, plus the draft, so that's good. Maybe even a tight end. I included a tight end that I like, so actually 2, but there's only 1 that I actually like. Why would we need a tight end, Kyle? We have so many. Well, depth, competition, things that don't hurt. And then obviously the offensive line, tackle. We might need a left tackle. If the winds keep howling the way they are, I don't think Joe Thomas is coming back. He said he's going to have his announcement here soon. I don't think it looks good, to be honest. He's out trying out for broadcast jobs. That pretty much tells you we be donezo in the Joe Thomas department, so we might need a right and a left tackle, unless we trust, Sean Coleman to stay at right tackle, and he was very, very poor. And I don't think we have anybody that could take over at left tackle. Roderick Johnson got hurt, so we didn't really get to see what he was going to bring to the table. Maybe we could go get Cam Irving back. Yeah, coach, come get me! Sorry. If you guys didn't listen to the podcast, you won't get that reference. But if you did, then, you'll know what that is. That's Cam Irving. He was in one of our commercials. So quarterback, realistic options. Case Keenum. He's 30 years old. He had a high-quality season. He had 67.6% of his passes completed, which was a career high. 3,547 yards, career high. 22 touchdowns and 7 picks. I dropped my pen again. 6'2", 209 pounds. So he's right in the ballpark of the height because you get so many height supremacists with that position. Yeah, I said it. Height supremacists. You're all Nazis. That's perfect. That's why I prefer you height supremacists. Anyway, the biggest question with him is he looked so everywhere else, and if you sign him, is he going to be Case Keenum from last year, or was that a Pat Shurmur? He worked so well in his offense, and Pat Shurmur was able to get what he wanted out of him and to do great things. So that's a hell of a question to go with. So A.J. McCarron, I should have probably put him first because that's the winds are blowing strong on that front. Plus side, he knows Hugh. He knows Hugh's offense. Although Todd Haley is the offensive coordinator, so maybe, I don't know. 6'3", 220 pounds, so he fits your height supremacist quota. Stat-wise, we don't have a lot to go with. He got to play one season for a little bit when Andy Dalton was hurt. I think they lost in the playoffs. Wasn't his fault, though. 854 yards, 66.4% completion percentage. 6 touchdowns and 2 picks. So nothing crazy bananas. But not bad. Not bad at all. I can deal with that. Obviously, if A.J. McCarron comes in, we're taking a quarterback at 1. And hopefully not starting him, and A.J. starts the whole year. Same with any of these quarterbacks that I tout. Next quarterback on the list as a feasible option, Sam Bradford. I know. But he's on the list because he is serviceable at best. He's 6'4", 236 pounds, and has the knees of a geriatric person in the nursing home. So there's that. 62.5% completion percentage for his career, 19,049 yards, 101 touchdowns, 57 interceptions, and he's missed 48 games in his career with those geriatric knees and such. So I don't know how reliable of an option that would be, considering the injury concerns. And he gets hurt, you bring him in as your backup, your starter, your veteran starter to teach and yada yada play. And his geriatric knees act up, or he's a bitch like last season where he was supposedly hurt and couldn't play, then you're forced with Kaiser or a la rookie. And do we really want to keep going down this road when these guys don't need to be on the field? They need to develop. Both of them. Kaiser, just no. Let him develop. I don't think we should trade Kaiser either. Maybe we should just let him develop. Guy never should have came out of college. I wasn't a fan of him, but whatever. He's on the team now, so maybe he can develop. I don't know. Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, all the Vikings quarterbacks. Seems legit. And why are they all an option? Because the Vikings are going to sign Kirk Cousins. I am calling it, sons of bitches. He's 6'2", 214 pounds. A 64.7% completion percentage in his career. 6,150 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 22 interceptions. I love him. I think that of all the quarterbacks, I would want him the most because he's young. But his knee scares me. That's terrifying. I don't know if it's going to hold up. They were thinking right after it happened it was going to be a career-ending injury. And then it wasn't. Is it really that held up? Is it held up with glue and old chewing gum and maybe some thumbtacks that aren't going to hold? I don't know. I love it, but no. I'd say those are probably the most legit options. I am going to go with A.J. McCarron. Maybe I'll put a picture up. He floats up so everybody knows who I'm talking about. Just let's let Hugh have who he wants. I don't care. I would love to get Case Keenum. He's perfect. I like him. I really liked him, and I wanted him to succeed everywhere he went, and he fizzled. Went to the Vikings. I thought, oh, okay, he's going to be third string, the backup / eventually third string, and then cast out. And then he has a huge year, leads him to the playoffs. Almost goes to the Super Bowl where they just fell flat on their face. That just makes me want him more now when I talk about him. Man, that's close. I'm going to stick with A.J. McCarron, but Case Keenum is a close second with me. And Sam Bradford and Teddy Bridgewater, your injuries, I can't even put you guys on the list for them alone. So we're going to go with McCarron slightly ahead of Keenum in free agency. I'm going to go with like a 52 to 48% margin on that. Maybe I'll put a poll up this week and you guys can vote on it and tell me which two of those you would prefer. What? People texting me? Yeah, I'm getting off track. What? No. So that's fun. Let's go with that. Maybe I put a picture up. I don't know. We'll get back to that. Probably not. Seems like an awful lot of work, and the editing already takes hours on end, and the uploading. Running back, like I said, Rex Burkhead, not going to go into that too much. I don't know how feasible it is, even though we kicked the tires on old Chris Ivory. If we're kicking the tires on free agents like that, I think it's the heater. I don't know if we're going to add somebody or not. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. The heater's kicking on. Because it's f***ing snowing. Again. Quit it. Go to spring. We're done. I know. It's Ohio. Shut up, Kyle. Get over it. Wide receivers! Woo! I didn't add the one, even though I wanted to, because they're both from Jacksonville. I don't think Jacksonville is going to be able to bring back Allen Robinson and Marquise Lee. And I would like to have either one of them on the Browns. You know, either one of them would be splendid. So that's great. Allen Robinson I did put. So I don't know if they're going to bring him back, but then other reports I see say they're still super high on him. So maybe they do. He's 6'3", 220. He has 202 receptions in his career, 2,898 yards. That's a 14.1% or 14.1 yard average a catch. 22 touchdowns in his career, and I think he was one of the leading receivers 3 years ago. Yeah, 3, because he had a miserable year. And then he got hurt last year, and it was the year before that, because, Blake Bortles. So he's an interesting option. Yeah, he did have the injury. Injuries happen, folks. It's the NFL. It's the most violent sport out there. But you can't let that hold back. Could you imagine having Allen Robinson on one side and then Josh Gordon on the other? Sliding Corey Coleman into the slot or out of the team completely? Who knows? So we'll see. Or if he does sign a big contract, then maybe we go get Marquise Lee. I think he's like 6'1". He played primarily in the slot, so that would be a good guy. He's big. I want a bigger slot guy, one that can hold up to the hits. Pretty good route runner, pretty solid hands. He had a great season last year with Blake, getting open on the big third downs. I could see him, Gordon, him in the slot, Coleman still on the outside. So that's good. Did you guys hear that god-awful noise going on? Yeah, that's not good. Really killing the vibe down here in the Huddle studio. Next, from Seattle, is Paul Richardson, 25 years old. Average years. 6 foot, 175. I think he'd be great for the slot. 95 career catches, 1,302 yards, 13.7 average, 8 touchdowns in his career. Never really got going completely, but he has a lot of upside you see with him. I think in the right offense, I think Todd Haley could turn him into a legit weapon. And, we'd let him play in the slot, of course. He's a bigger dude, so that's good. 6 foot. Only 175 pounds, which is kind of frightening. So, can he hold up to the hits in the middle? We'll see. Dontrell Inman. This is actually somebody I wanted him to add last year. Try to get a trade for to help Kaiser out. Trying to give Kaiser the benefit of the doubt, get him some weapons. He's from San Diego. He's 29, a little older. So, not a big signing. 130 career catches, 1,700 yards, 13.8 average, and 8 touchdowns. Played in the slot a lot with San Diego. Sorry about the cough. I'm sorry. That's a serious fail. So I would like to add him 6'3", 198 pounds. I'd like to play him in the slot because he's so big. You can even kick him to the outside here and there, and move people all over for matchup nightmares and all that jazz. And this guy, highly inconsistent. He looks great some years and he looks awful other years. Had some injuries. Sometimes his hands look like bricks, and that is not fun. It is no bueno. Oh, good Lord. I feel like poop. Whatever. Jordan Matthews would be that guy. Yeah, I know. You're probably facepalming going, no. Let's listen how, guys, we could probably get him on the cheap. Maybe he's got some untapped potential in there. He could be serviceable. He's got 250 career receptions, 2,955 yards, 11.8 average, a little under the other guys that I was on my list, but with 20 touchdowns. So he could, come in and play the 1 or 2, the 2, obviously to Gordon, and then slide Coleman to the slot, or we could rotate him into the slot, yada, 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 all over the field. Most realistic options there, I would say our splash signing would be here, and that would be Allen Robinson or Marquise Lee. And then, are we going to get a really legit guy with him? Then maybe, could you imagine adding Allen Robinson and like a Dontrell Edmond? And then Corey Coleman's really fucked them. So, or even Allen Robinson and Richardson. Or Matthews? Oh, my. So many weapons for A.J. McCarron. Or Case Keenum. We'll see what you guys think. Or unnamed rookie. Or Deshaun Kaiser. God only knows how this plays out for Cleveland. Probably the same way it plays out every year because, we have so much good luck. And speaking of Josh Gordon, stay off of it, Josh. We need you, baby. Stay off of it. Don't touch it. Drugs is bad. Anybody see that Instagram post? He posted a picture of him working out. Jesus Christ, that dude is ripped. Is he even human? I think he was generated in a lab somewhere. He's like a freaking cyborg. Actually, I forgot a name. This guy, definitely going to be coming back. I feel it. I could feel it. So if we add an Allen Robinson, this guy's definitely coming. Count the other guys out. T-Pry. Yeah, 6'6", 240. He went off to his big signing last year to show off what he learned in Cleveland, and he looked like dog shit. So, 99 career catches, 1,300 yards, 13.2 yard average, and 5 touchdowns. I can see him coming back. He probably wants to come to Cleveland because it's the only team that's probably going to give him a decent chance. You could probably get him for relatively cheap, so you can hold on to some of that money and not have to overpay a guy like Terrell Pryor. And you could pair him up with an Allen Robinson. Even if you can't get an Allen Robinson or a Marquise Lee and a bigger name, you could add a Paul Richardson or a Jordan Matthews and a T-Pry, and then just add more quality depth. And I am cool with that. I wasn't a fan of Terrell Pryor. I didn't think he was going to get it. He proved me wrong. And then last year he proved me right. So God only knows what to get out of him. Tight end, I got Virgil Green down and Levine Toilolo, who was cut from the Falcons. Why would we add a tight end, Kyle? We just got David Njoku. You see so much upside in Seth DeValve as a receiver, and we have Randall Telfer holding it down as a blocker. Well, I would like Levine Toilolo as a run blocker. Because why? He is a legit run blocker, plus he's 6'8" and 260 pounds. That dude is massive. And he was one of the highest run blockers last year. And sometimes you just need really good run blocking to run the ball. And if we're going to be losing a left tackle and trying to bring somebody in, then makes sense to add the best way to block. And I don't really want Virgil Green. He's only 6'3", 248. Primarily a blocker, not a really big receiving threat. But he can catch. Same with Toilolo. If he gets open on a route where you disguise a run and then everybody lines up to block said run and then you want to go to a pass, he can do it. I would love to add him as competition and just maybe it'll push Telfer to do better, do more, and the other guys to block better. I don't know. Good Lord, I feel like shit. And tackle. Well, that's the offense before the break, and I can slowly feel my voice going bye-byes. Nate Soldier. If Joe Thomas leaves, Nate Soldier should be an option. I feel like he's going to leave. Really going to hope he wants to leave New England. Maybe they can offer him a contract. New England usually not big on bringing guys back, so I don't know. I'm really hoping they let him test, and we can offer him a massive contract. He'd be a big splash. He's not elite. He's not going to be a star-studded guy, but his nimbleness makes him a quality left tackle. Good blocker, and I think he would probably be the best option to be a left tackle. Also, Chris Hubbard from the Steelers. He plays everywhere. He plays tackle, plays guard, he's a plug and play. He played great at right tackle last year when who's the right tackle? Gilbert was hurt. He was great. Fantastic. He did great for him plugging in. I would love to bring him in as our right tackle and just get Sean Coleman the hell out of there. And if we can't get a Nate Soldier because he goes back to New England, maybe Chris Hubbard can come in and be our left tackle or compete for the job and win it and be a leader. God, we need it. I also wrote down Sontrell Henderson. He's a guy that, he's low level, hasn't really showed what he can do. Lola is laying down here and being nuts. That's my dog, if you don't know. Right, Lola? You sleepy? You know, Lola? So I don't know how legitimate or not. Come here. There she is. Look at the puppy. Look, you see the puppy on the screen? Oh. And Cameron Fleming. He played average. He looked good at times. I think he's in New England too. I can't see them bringing him back. What did I write down here? I can't even read my freaking handwriting. I think he could play good. He's a great backup. I think he could definitely play at right tackle for our team. He's another option if we can't get a Cameron Hubbard, or if we have to replace left and right, we want Hubbard and Fleming. If they want to go that route, maybe they want to go through the draft and add a tackle. I don't know. Sorry, the dog needs love right now, and this is just, I feel like Dr. Evil from Austin Powers, except for I don't have a hairless cat. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break. Have a little commercial break, siesta. I can entertain the dog with my affections and all that jazz. We're going to come back and talk defense. So, woohoo! And welcome back to The Huddle is Real with this ugly mug. Oh. And we're going to go over the defense. We just went over the offense. Could there be more settings than what I covered? Probably, because we need a little bit of everything. But these are the ones I feel. I feel them. And the defense is no different. I think we need a little bit of everything. Oh, God, it won't stop. My wife's going to watch this and make fun of me and call me names and call me such a girl. But the man flu, man cold is real. Text message. Sorry, folks, but I don't care right now. I feel like poop. Oh, goodness gracious. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
That's beautiful.
I've come to talk with you again.
That's how I feel when I'm sick because my wife don't take care of me. Hopefully she don't watch it. She's going to hit me like she hits me. Anyway, on to the defense. What can I see us adding? A defensive end. Why would I see us adding a defensive end? Because if you bring in a veteran, you could do like that hybrid pass rush defense on third downs. You can kick a Myles Garrett into the inside along as a D tackle, and then you put said a la person that we sign on the outside and Agba plus a D tackle that's your best pass rusher, or another guy, and then you just only have to rush for, and then put everybody back into coverage. Makes lots of sense, and I love the idea of it. If you can get away with rushing for and putting constant pressure on a quarterback, your defense will be better, like the Carolina Panthers. Mike Elliott's going to love that. They're the key of rushing for and getting away with it. So, seriously, Mama? Yes. And linebackers. What? Yeah, we have Joe Schobert, his big Pro Bowl debut. He blew out the league. I think he was tied for tackles. He was a little in coverage. Christian Kirksey's got that fat deal. Jamie Collins a fat deal. But God, do we need some quality depth? Because injuries happen, and it would be nice to add some of these guys. So, which we'll go over. Where's my next page at? Quarterback, because God knows our secondary was a little poopy at times. And safety, which I don't have as many names there. It's really freaking depressing. I had more, and I just didn't like any of the options. So, Micah Fitzpatrick or Derwin James, I would love to have you on the Browns. Love you. Do I have a button for that? I'd love to have one of those guys on the team. Oh, no. Oh, God, that was gross. No, I didn't mean it like that, Derwin or Minka. Oh, God. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to shoot myself right now. That's just awful. That is not love. That's love making. They have that definitely labeled wrong. I'm going to have to fix that. That's yuck. On to the defensive ends first. Adrian Claiborne had some injuries here and there. Great run defender, but he can also get to the passer. Really good run defender, but he can add a pass rush. He's 6'3", 281. Had some injuries. 124 career tackles and 30 career sacks, as you can see with the pass rushing. I would love to add him. Trent Murphy from the Redskins. I think he's more suited for a 3-4 hybrid type scheme, kind of like something that the Ravens do. But I would not be opposed to bringing him in and giving him a chance to work with Greg Williams. And he could be that guy that would stay on the end, and you would kick a Myles Garrett or an Ogba inside to tackle. He's 6'5", 250, 61 career tackles, and 15 sacks. That's legit, dude. I like that. He's only played a couple seasons. I'm cool with that. So, and Alex Okafor, he was having a great season last year for the Saints resurged defense, which has just been utter poop the majority of the years. And so he got hurt, of course, and just really ruined his year. I think he had an Achilles tear, so that's kind of waning. But if we can't get some of these guys, then you work down the list. And I would love to add an Alex Okafor. He's 6'5", 264, a little bigger. Can add some quality rush. 91 career tackles and 18 sacks. Can get after the quarterback. He's another guy who can come in. You can kick a Garrett inside. You have all your best pass rushers on third down when you got to stop the pass, when you know they're passing. Great. Give me him. Out of the most, I think I would want Claiborne the most, but I wouldn't be. And then Okafor second, a Trent Murphy third. But I would not be against any of them. I think they'd be a great addition to the Cleveland Browns, and I would love to have them. And just oh god, I just salivate with a Garrett and an Ogba, a full season together, and then one of these guys with them. It seems legit, dog. I would love it. You guys do too? That's fantastic. I knew you guys would all agree with me because I get to push the buttons. Linebacker, Avery Williamson, Tennessee, 6'1", 246. I think it's highly doubtful we had somebody like him because we're going to be asking him. I think he could be a starter and garner starter money, and we would be asking more of a role play kind of guy. He's good in the run D, and he's serviceable. Robbie, I know you're probably wetting your pants at that. Serviceable in the pass. He's got 2 career interceptions, 11.5 sacks, 239 career tackles. I think he'd be a great addition to the team. Like I said, doubtful. Josh Bynes. You probably don't know him, probably never heard of him, but he's a pass down specialist. He can cover. 6'1", 239. He's got 2 career interceptions, 163 tackles, and 1.5 sacks. So he's obviously not going to pass rush, and you would bring him in like if you were doing your rush 4 and you brought him in as a linebacker to drop back and cover a tight end, running back, yada, yada, yada. And Christian Jones, he's another one of those pass down specialists. He had a good year with the Bears, 6'3", 240, a little bit bigger. Yeah, 161 tackles in his career and 4 sacks. No picks, but he's a good passing specialist. I don't know if you noticed a friend with me at these lower tier linebackers. We gave up a lot of passing over the middle, which it could have been attributed to what Greg Williams was running. He did a lot of the Tampa, and you're gonna succeed in areas and lose in the others, and that would be where the tight ends and get open over the middle, blah, blah, blah. So I would love to bring some of these guys in as a role-playing depth. They can come in pass situations and kind of lock that up, and I think that would be great for us. So Josh Bynes, or I know I'm kind of going faster through this, or a Will Compton. He's also on the Redskins. I think he's 28 years old. He would be a quality depth player. I think he could do really well in a situation, rolling in and out. And I would really, and I'm not saying we need to get rid of anybody. I really like James Burgess. He had a great year for us, but I still don't know what to expect. I mean, he's bounced around the league a little bit everywhere, but he did great for us. And I would love to have him back as depth. And then you add some of these guys as depth, because depth is key. Depth is nice. You need depth, sons of guns. Cornerback, splash, Tremaine Johnson. Give me Tremaine Johnson. Or Robbie's guy, Malcolm Butler. Give me either one of them. Tremaine Johnson has played in the league for a while. He's been a number 1 corner. He knows Greg Williams, still only 28 years old. 6'1", 205. 18 career interceptions, 281 tackles. I would take Tremaine Johnson in a freaking heartbeat as our number 1 cornerback. And then, what do we do with Jamar Taylor and Jason McCourty and BBC, Brian Body Calhoun? Is he going to stay in the slot? He's a great slot. A Malcolm Butler, 28 years old. Great. I would love to take him with Tremaine Johnson. I think Tremaine's a little bit higher for me. He has 8 career interceptions, 177 tackles, 2 sacks. He's 5'11", 190 pounds. The real thing to get would be, why was he benched in the Super Bowl when your team could not stop the pass and he's your best corner? What did he do that was so terrible that you wouldn't even put him in and your team's literally getting anally taken by the Philadelphia Eagles? Mike Hoag's going to love that, Eagles fan. So I think I would take Tremaine over him. And these two guys, some of the best slot corners in the league last year. And this scenario would involve moving Brienne up to a 1 or a 2. Probably like a number 2 corner. And keeping McCourty as depth. And Jamar Taylor would be our 1 unless we sign a Tremaine Johnson. They boot Jamar. So Aaron Colvin from the Jaguars. He gets lost in the shuffle, with A.J. Bouye and oh god, what is his name? Jalen Ramsey, who was elite, but he was one of the best slot corners in the league last year. He's only 26, 5'11", 177 pounds. He has 138 career tackles at 5 sacks. Doesn't get a lot of picks, but that's okay. Keep him in the slot, shut down the slot, move Brienne up, sign a Trumaine Johnson. Bada bang, bada boom. Jason McCourty is a vet, if we bring him back. And next is Patrick Robinson. He got his Super Bowl ring last year at the Eagles. He was a great slot defender last year, one of the league best. 30 years old. He had a high-quality season, 5'11", 190 pounds. He has 14 career interceptions, so he can get after the ball. So this would be somebody that would be great to add to the slot. 250 tackles and 2 sacks. So you can get in there if you want to rush from the slot. Do some disguises with old Greg's defense. I would love to add Tremaine. And if you can add a Patrick Robinson and add 2 corners, I don't know how many we're going to legitly add. Maybe none, maybe just 1. Maybe they're going to do it in the draft. Maybe they think Minka's a corner. I think he's more of a free safety and not a corner, but I could be wrong. Maybe they don't even like Minka. Maybe they love Derwin James. He's a legit free safety, but he's got the length and the speed. He could be a corner as well. So these guys are kind of wow. And now safety. We lost out on LaMarcus Joyner. Super big on him. Like I said, he knew Greg Williams' defense. Oh, this would be a perfect time for the music. Yes, they're not St. Louis. God, I call them St. Louis Rams. The Los Angeles Rams. They went and franchise tagged LaMarcus Joyner, and it was terrible. I'm feeling so many feelings, along with this deathly sickness that is taking over me. But I'm still here, and I'm fighting through it for you, Huddle Nation, because I love you. So love me back. Love and share. And Robbie's guy, Kenny Vaccaro, he's never developed his cover skills. So that right there tells me I don't want him as our free safety because we're going to be moving Jabril up in the box. So we're going to need a center fielder that can be a ball hawk and can do well in coverage. That counts Kenny Vaccaro out, Robbie. Serviceable Rob, I'm sorry. He never got it in New Orleans, and when they finally booted him, their defense did better. 27, he's still young, 6 foot, 214, 8 career interceptions, 283 tackles, 7.5 sacks. But maybe Robbie's reading the tea leaves, and Greg Williams can make him resurgent. I don't see it. I don't see a lot of options in this at all. A lower tier guy that I don't know if he'll make it to free agency, and if he does, he'll probably re-sign with the Chargers, and that's Trey Boston. I really like him. I think he's from North Carolina, played with the Panthers, played with the Chargers last year. Great safety. He's a reliable center fielder. You could get him and still draft a Fitzpatrick. He's only 25. He had a good year. He has 8 career interceptions, 131 tackles, and 2 sacks. He's 6 foot, 204, so he's got the size. I would love to add him. You wouldn't have to pay an arm and a leg, but you could offer him bigger money to lure him in, and he could be a legit center fielder while you have Jabril playing in the box. Or if you want to play 3 safeties and roll with Kendrick, Boston, Fitzpatrick, and Jabril. There's so many ways you can go with this. Or an unlikely option. I keep seeing the Browns. Okay, here is a summary of my life. Trade pops up. Somebody gets traded somewhere. Somebody good. And the following day or a couple hours later, next report comes up. Brown's one of the teams in the chase for the trade. How are we not completing any of these trades? We have the best assets to get said people to bring in. Are we not offering good enough compensation? Are we offering terrible compensation? Or are these players like going back to the team that's trading them, being like, please, of all places, not Cleveland, they're awful. They've won 1 game in 2 seasons. Don't send me there. I don't know. But it's a little alarming at this point. But I'm freaking out, but let's not freak out. Let's not freak out. Let's not freak out. This one. Let's trade for Earl Thomas. Yeah, he's 28. He's high quality. The Seahawks is getting rid of everybody, so maybe we could really give them something to tickle their pickle. Oh, God, why would I say that? I don't know. Wet their whistle. Throw an offer out there to really wet that whistle. He's 5'10", 208, 25 career interceptions, 463 tackles. I'd love to add Earl Thomas to this team. Wow, would I love it. Oh, God. Seems legit. That would be a splash move right there. What would we have to give up, though, to get Earl Thomas? I don't know. Are the Seahawks in we got to get rid of everybody because Pete Carroll's going to be leaving after they have a terrible season and we're going to rebuild? I don't know, because Michael Bennett's gone now. Kind of a headroom case. The Browns were in that trade. I don't know why we'd want to bring him in. He's kind of a loudmouth. Not really interested in him. I don't know how much of a team guy he is. Maybe he is. Maybe the teammates love him. I don't know. Earl Thomas, though, could be a vocal leader, and I would love to add him to the fold. Richard Sherman, as we all know, they were talking about trading him during the offseason last year. Couldn't get anything done. And now I hear he's going to be released, as in today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know for sure. I haven't seen anything pop up. So could we add a Richard Sherman as a number 1 corner to this team? I really highly doubt he's going to want to come to Cleveland. He's probably going to want to go somewhere where he can win a ring. But maybe he just wants that money, and we can throw fat stacks at him. And dude's built 6'4". Oh, my. True. A little bit of a loudmouth as well. Don't know how much I'd enjoy having him here, but God knows I want to win, so maybe I let bygones be bygones. I'm going to go and take another quick break, come back, and wrap this up because as the misery... I'm sorry. But hold on. We're almost done. Welcome back to the Huddle is Real. I don't know how great of a show it was for you, but I think it went alright. I feel like dog crap, but the show must go on because I do this for you people. So hopefully you enjoy it. I want you guys to be more vocal, that's if you want to. Maybe you don't want to say anything. Maybe you kind of just like to listen to other people's opinions, and that's cool. But if you have an opinion and you'd like to share it, don't be afraid. Like I said, get a hold of me. You know the ways. Hit me up in person, Facebook at me, Kyle Dunlap, or at The Huddle is Real. You can give me a call. I put it up on the Huddle page. YouTube, if you watch on YouTube, giving a like, a share, share on Facebook as well. Comment if you have a question, or if you just want to tell me that you hate my opinion and you think we need to go this route, and we'll talk, we'll discuss. That's the great thing about sports. I love to have discussions. We're not always going to get along and all that jazz, and that's cool. Email me, thehuddleisreal@gmail.com. And lastly, I love you. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just having a good time with this. Hopefully you guys love it. Like I said, if you got any questions, don't be afraid. Hit me up. Send it in. If you just want to BS, that's great too. Shoot the breeze. That's fun. Converse. Ask me why I feel the way I feel. I kind of try to express it here, how I feel the way I feel. And maybe you agree with me. Maybe I'm changing some people and they're like, yeah, I get what he's saying. I like what he's saying. I think we should go that route. And maybe you don't agree with me and you're like, oh, you're stupid. Which is cool. If you want to donate anything, which I wasn't even accepting any donations, but Big E, thank you for the clock and the rug. It'll go perfect down in Huddle Studios. And hopefully I will have my desk for the next show, because this little chintzy son of a bitch is not working. God, it's killing my legs and my life, and I feel like shit. So, dropping some serious bombs there. But feel free to get a hold of me. Thank you. Like, share, comment, share it on your Facebook, whatever you got to do. Subscribe on YouTube. Let's get this out there. Try to get more people involved. Having a blast. Thank you so much, and stay tuned. Hopefully the content keeps getting better and better, and hopefully we can get some people live on the show with me, so we'll have two of us on camera, and I don't have to do this all by myself all the time. I would, if you want to be a co-host sometime with me, let me know. We'll set up a time to do a recording whenever it's good with you. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. We'll take some calls together, yell at people. It's great with me. Like I said, thanks so much for the support, and continue it. I love you guys. Bye. Huddle Nation.